pants on. I don't want to turn this. I don't. YouTube Studio. We're getting there. We're live though. Come hang out with us. That's better. Come have some coffee with us. Come hang out. I'm gonna find a different spot to put the camera. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try it here. It's fine. We've kind of rearranged everything. Got our TV actually hooked up the way that it needs to be, which is good. But yeah, come hang out with us. We're live streaming. Oh, dang it. I hit the wrong button. In new tab. There we go. Now I can go back to analytics. Like I said, we're live streaming. We got 1,000 subscribers. We've done that. Helpful. Grateful for all of you who have done that. I might have to find a new spot for this. But we've redone this. This was my computer desk. This right here was. And now it still kind of is. It's got my keyboard and stuff. What's up, Sid? Is that what I'm looking at? Make this. There we go. I make my things really large so I can read them from very far away. What's up, Sid? Hope you're doing well. Like I said, come hang out with us. We're here just chilling, having some coffee. Talking about subscribers, we got up to 1,000 subscribers. We're grateful for that. I don't think we could have done that without all of you and all of you who have hit that like and subscribe. And if you're new or you're still watching and you haven't, go ahead and do so. Well, I got my dog here, as you can see. One nice thing about this shot is you can see my dog without him getting in my lap. That's Dish. He's a good boy. You can get up here. You can get in my lap. It's like I'm just gonna stare at you instead. So you ask, what you doing? What am I doing? Well, I'm live streaming. That's what I'm doing. Drinking coffee, talking with you folks out there in the land of YouTube. And I do have some videos I need to work on. You gotta stop whining, bud. You gotta go lie down, Dish. Go, buddy. Go over there. Go over there and just chill. Dog. He likes to be up in my business, and I don't want him in my business right now. So yeah, we're here live streaming, drinking coffee. We rearranged this desk, this platform here. I was kind of talking about that a little bit, how it had my laptop, now it doesn't. I got a TV that I'm working on. Our first time here. We're glad that you are here for the first time. We'd like to see first-time people. We also like to see people who are new or who haven't liked and subscribed either. If you like it, go ahead and do so. But our channel, for those first-timers here, our channel is about music, recording, mixing, mastering. That's actually what the channel is about. Our live streams are called Coffee Time. Coffee Time. I've started to date them because I feel like it's just easier for me to know which one's which in the grand scheme of things. But that's what we do with recording, mixing, mastering. We talk about guitars, we talk about drums, mixing, recording styles, and how to record things. We got a drum one on, right? That was our last one. We're working on another one. I do these live streams, just kind of talk with people to like let them know I'm out here. I'm out here mixing and mastering. If you got a track and you want us to master it for you, go ahead and do so. Send it to us. We'll hook you guys up right. Travis Fimmel. Don't know who Travis Fimmel is. We're gonna search who Travis Fimmel is. Actually, I won't. Hi, King One. Hi, everybody. Like I said, we are a recording studio. We do mixing, mastering, and sound production. not just in the studio, but also live. So it's audio video support. I just got some new speakers that I'm super excited to do a review on here. I need to get that wrench off top of them. But who is? Nope. Sorry, my friend. Lunar, if you don't say nice things, eventually I will block you. Well, actually, I won't block you. I'll put you in timeout. That's the rule. Be appropriate, be kind. That's my only rule for the live stream. Thank you. Thank you, Kingwin. King Von. Calico says J. Nope, did not. Recording, mixing, and mastering. Those are two things we do. Audio, visual support, live sound. Anyways, thank you, Calico, for saying I'm awesome. You're awesome, too. I don't know who you are, but you're also awesome. Everybody's awesome because you all like and subscribe to our channel. And there's really no reason for you to really do that other than you support us, and I'm really happy that. Calico, you've heard of us. That's great. I'm glad that you have. I hope it's in good context. Even if it isn't, thanks. What's your favorite color? Black. Hence the shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing a black shirt. Black coffee. I like black things. So black. Hat's black. Black is my favorite color. My speakers are even black, so. Nope. I don't know how to do that. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Okay. Lunar gets put in timeout because he's being inappropriate. Now, I won't report you, but I will put you in timeout. It's a 24-hour timeout, so you can come back tomorrow if you're good. It's just how it goes, but yeah, what does King One do? What's your channel all about? Go to channel. More about this channel. I don't know what your channel is about, which is fine. Aptem, I'm gonna call you Aptem. Aptem. Can't get you in the United States. That's not something that we are good at or can do for you. So, sorry, you're gonna have to fill out the paperwork and do all that stuff that is necessary for getting into any country. Visas and all that stuff. Sorry, that's just what you're gonna have to do. Calico. I'm interested, Calico, where you happen to hear us from. We get stuff all, we're all over the place. It doesn't say. I was trying to see if your channel said if you were local or not. You might be local. We do have a little bit of a local following here too. But we do. We live stream almost every day. We do a lot of things like that. So, gonna do a studio tour, I think, sometime this week. I haven't decided. I gotta clean the studio, so I keep cleaning on the studio so I can do a tour. It got really messy. We did some install stuff. We put the TV up. We got the card. Cables are everywhere. So, my phone number. What do you need my phone number for, King Von? Or do you want to contact us? You can through our website, foxandrobynrec.com. It's in the description, I believe. Yeah, it's in the description. You can find us through there. You can get a hold of us through our website, or here you can send us a message asking you want us to mix a track for you. Like, give us some more information and kind of what you're thinking, why you need to contact us, why you need our phone number, and we'll kind of go from there. But we're getting to the point where the channel is growing. Let's see where we are right now. Ooh, that's big. Why is that so big? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it that big. It's fine. Just wasn't what I was expecting. Wasn't expecting it to be that large. 120. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Thank you, whoever subscribed. Thank you kindly. We are super appreciative of that. Try to get as many subscribers as we can per month, per day, per week, whatever that might be. Oh yeah, that one. That makes sense. Yeah. Make it a little smaller. But we got a TV hung on the wall, and we got our Beatles picture moved behind us. We have still guitars. There's my Telecaster, and my over there is my bass guitar. We got a drum kit back behind us here that we use to record, mix, and master people. Artists who come in here to record can use anything that's in here. We are thinking, at least I am, I'm thinking about doing a subscription model where for, say, $100 a month or something like that, you can use the space, you know, for however long, you know, you can use it to record and mix, master for, and you just recur that. I haven't decided if that's the pricing or not. I got to figure out, I've been looking into it pretty heavily to see what it would take and what it would cost me and what it would cost an individual. So be on the lookout for that. We will do some kind of subscription model for the studio where you can come in, basically subscription your studio time. I don't know if it'll be like for 25, I might be tiers, like $25 a month gets you 4 hours a month. And then if you were to do 50, it'd be, you know, you get 8 hours a month, you know, to use over the period of a month. And then there's like for $10 you can buy, you know, extra hours and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then like a master package, like for $150 a month, you get like unlimited time, and you know, you don't have to limited time and access to the studio. Well, as long as we're open. If we're closed, it's a little bit different, but yeah, that's good coffee. That's Panera Bread coffee this morning. Not normally the coffee I drink, but it was cheap, so I can't complain about that at all. I had a message. It said, "Where's my messages?" No, I'm gonna delete chat, please, because I don't want. More interested in this feller. I have my Apogee Ensemble for sale because I want to do some upgrades in here, but oh well, no one wants to buy it apparently. That's okay. Actually, said I got 13 clicks, so we'll see. I need to get a new pair of Converse. I don't know if I want to do Converse or if I want to do like more of like a trail hiker shoe, but I haven't figured it out yet. One day at a time. Oh, I got a message via. Oh, we got a message via Instagram here. Let's go to Instagram and make sure. I'm contacting a lot of bands, so if you're out there and I've contacted you, SM. I wonder SSM. And the subscription model would either include, probably at that smaller rate, would not include me. So it'd be like $25 a month. You get just the studio. You don't get me. What's your favorite gun? I don't know. I don't really have one. I don't have a favorite gun. Four hours. We also do live recordings. Like, you got a band. Hi, Julie. Hi, Hi there. Let's see what that does. Okay, they've seen it. That's all that matters. People just see that we're out there, which is why we do this. But hi, Julie. Julie Hutter? I don't know. Sorry if I butchered your name. But like I said, we were out here just kind of live streaming. What's the other word? Make sure we got audio here. I hope we have audio. Not seeing audio. Oh, we got audio. Never mind. I just wasn't seeing it in the console meters. I see it down here though. Anywho, like I said, we're new, not new, but we're trying to figure out the subscription model to where I think we'll just start it with that where it's 25. Do you play Roblox? I do not. I'm sorry. I am sorry that I don't. House shows. I might do some more house shows. We'll just have to see what happens. Oh, that's beautiful. Thought about doing like an academy too. I haven't figured that one out yet either, where we could do something where we teach people how to record themselves. But we don't play Roblox. I do play some games. I've been playing Legend of Zelda on Switch lately. I have a game I play on my phone that's like a puzzle game. I really like puzzle games. The more puzzle games, the better. So that's very interesting. Is that even getting audio? The more puzzle. Yep, no, I'm getting audio. Cool. Interesting. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Hello there. I'm gonna go Gerber. I don't know how to pronounce your first name. Hello there. Let's see what your channel's about. Dogs. Look like you're a child of some sort. But hi. So I try to be appropriate on this one because I don't know who's all watching them. But we're recording, mixing, and mastering studio. That's what we do. We record, mix, and master. I've got gear on that doesn't need to be on. Those have been on from a session I did the other day. They don't need to be on. I do kind of remember you, but in all fairness, I don't think you've been on for a while. So sorry if you haven't been on. A new feature people have been asking me about on YouTube here is what's with the crowns? Like, what's with these crowns on our things? So crowns are top fans, and basically you're just top fans are, it's just whoever the people who have kind of been talking the most, I guess. I'm not quite sure how. I need to look more into how that. We'll go live. Try to chat a little bit on the chat as well, but I usually just do it via here. But we're growing. We're at 1,000+ subscribers. We're just gonna keep growing, keep getting watches, all that fun stuff as we can go forward, the best that we can. That's all I can think of. Look, we've gotten 2 new ones today, which I'm grateful for. Couldn't do it without you guys. We're still trying to get up to the watch hours. We're sitting a little low on watch hours, but we got a lot of subscribers and views. Oh, in case you guys aren't new or haven't heard, WeTransfer has changed. If you guys I don't know if anybody's used WeTransfer on here. So WeTransfer is kind of like Dropbox or these. It's where you can send large files to people back and forth. It was cool in its time, but it just changed a bunch of its policies that I don't agree with. I need to read into them more and watch more videos on what's going on with them. But basically, they're saying that anything you upload to them, they now own. So, bye, Gerber. Have a good day. I have the chat on my big TV over here, so if I keep turning this way, it's because I'm reading the chat. I can't read the chat on my phone; it's too far away, and I don't have that good enough vision. So, anyways, that's that. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you are someone who does WeTransfer a lot, I would consider going to like Dropbox or Google Drive or something like that. Something that's not WeTransfer, because WeTransfer now says that they own your stuff. Basically, for what I'm understanding, and I don't agree with it. I really don't. So that's a little better. I'll go 110. But we're glad that we still have 2 people watching. Really glad for everybody. Got our signature coffee cup, Beatles mug, Beatles picture. So I don't know. I'm just trying to kind of vibe the room out a little bit more and clean it so I can do a studio tour. I haven't done one in like 3 years, 2 years, 2.5 years. I think it's 2.5. And the last one I did was right after I built this room. I did a tour, and a lot has changed since then. Speakers have changed. There's a console. Couch has moved. Some stuff's moved. So it's time to just do a new one. I keep trying to listen for puppies. Hi, Turner Burner. I think I remember you. I vaguely remember you being on here once before. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, this looks very familiar. Your channel looks familiar. 410 though. You're doing good though. 410 subscribers. Congratulations. On having 410, you're almost at that 500 mark. That's the mark to get to. Like, that's the first stage, and it took us a while to get to that point. But now we've gotten past that point. We've got past 1,000 subscribers. We're just trying to get the watch hours, and we're almost 1,000 for the year. For the last 365, the last 12 months. I'd like to get some more of it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This helps. You guys watching our live streams helps us get to that point. Because we got you guys. Even you only average is only watch maybe 40 seconds duration. You know, that's cool. You know, that's 38. I call it 40. You know, but there's 74 views total. So, and we got other videos that do well that get us some of that stuff. We're getting there. It's just taking a little bit of time. There's a lot of that, like, time. Time is of the essence. So, but let's see, we've been on for about half an hour. I'm trying to think if I want to hop off now. Go my Command S, Command Q. Thank you for updating my IO settings. I got a video I got to work on today and tomorrow. It's a video I've been continually working on. I like working on some videos. It's not my favorite things of all, but we'll see. We'll see what comes of it all. Profile. Yes, seen by 14. Cool. Go away. 11. Yeah, I got a new ad that I've rolled out. It's $100 per mix. So, ooh, we got a big long one. Where did that just come from? I'm pretty sure I saw you laying tracks with some. Adam, I'm not sure what you're going. I'm doing well. First of all, I'm doing real well. Double digit IQ. I don't imagine you're saying that he was dumb. I don't know. Most people are in that double digits. So there's very few people who are like, what was Einstein? Let's see what the average IQ is, just to kind of answer that part. Average IQ. approximately 68 of all percent of scores fall between 85 and 150. So C, anywhere between 90 and 109 are considered average. So I don't see how that's a burn, because the average IQ is about 90. Anyways, back to the rest of your question here. To say you seem engaged would be an understatement. If I'm engaged when they're rapping, I'm not engaged in what they're saying. I'm actually watching the waveforms and make sure they're not clipping, and I'm actually listening. I have a pair of headphones on, and I'm listening to what they're saying, just to, I help out with lyrics when they need it. If they don't need it, I'm not going to help out with lyrics. So I am engaged would be an understatement. I don't know if if you mean that in a good way or a bad way there. I'm not quite. Yes, it all does pay the bills. You're not wrong. This all pays, all my recording, mixing, and mastering stuff pays my bills. That's what I do for a living. I'm a live sound engineer. I do live sound as well. I try to be as engaged in something as much as I can be. Hip hop is not. I'm glad. I'm just trying to understand your question, your thing here. But it is. It's all a thing to pay the bills. Definitely, we try to be as engaged as we can. And some people don't want our input. They just want the input. They just want us to record them. Like that particular session, I didn't even mix it. All I was doing was recording it. So we were just making sure everything sounded good for the mixing engineer. The guy who's actually doing the mixing isn't even in state. So when it's in that sense, I try to be as engaged as I can be, but I don't want to put too much input into it in case, it is what it is. I just try to make sure that whoever I'm mixing it for or sending it to be mixed has the best quality they can. And if that's the lyrics that the people want to use, then we roll with them. That's kind of how that works. What? What are you talking about, Stinky? Dumping who? What are you talking about? I'm going to go to your channel. You're maybe a female? Nope. It says Mr. Josh. I don't know what you're talking about here. I'm going to go with your name is Tom. Stinky. What you're talking about. Ooh. Oh, yeah, whatever. What's your favorite part of live streaming? Talking with people. Honestly, Turner Burner. That's probably my favorite thing, is kind of with live streaming, kind of conversing back and forth with you guys. You're sending me a message, I'm answering kind of live. That's probably my favorite part, getting to talk with people. I've gotten to meet some people that are, so I've got to meet people. I've got to work with some people based off the live stream. Not so much, but it's just, it's easier too. I do like that fact. I don't have to sit and turn the camera on. I'm using my phone for the vertical stuff. I don't have to turn my camera on. All I gotta do is turn on a light, sit down, and start talking. Turn the lights on, and that's it. It's not anything super hard, which is nice. But the live stream, it's a lot of the conversing that I get to do with people. Adam. Okay, you were the same guy. I was just trying to make sure you were the same person asking me the same question. Get it. You're absolutely right, Adam. It's a lot better if I can work on something that I absolutely like. The last hip hop session I did was, he called me that morning, like, hey, you got time today? And I was like, yeah, I got time in like a couple hours. So even then, it was okay. Like, I've worked with him before. His tracks are, I don't know if I've heard any of his stuff that's come out, but he wanted to do some live streaming, and I was like, cool, you mind if I do it as well? So we both were live streaming. He was, I think, doing it to Twitch. I was doing it here to YouTube, which is my main platform. And I at least got some content out of it, which is, as long as I get paid and I get some content, all things are good. I don't have any problem with working with stuff that I'm not super excited about. Because I'm still paid. I still get paid for the time. but also like getting the content for the studio out of this content that I need to reposition this speaker. I bumped it real good yesterday. Anyways, getting extra content out of something that I can use and make money off of that content, down the road is also good. Because I don't take any kind of royalties off of any of these. Um, what is it? Any of these videos that I do, I take zero royalties off of them. I should, but I don't. Come on, there we go. Update. So, but yeah, I have stuff that I work on that I think is cool, and I'm constantly emailing and texting bands that I think are cool and I would love to work with. And if it's cool and I'd like to work with them, I will do my hardest to get them in the studio and work with them. Like I'll cut them deals. I'll cut that. Like not a deal like a record deal. I've thought about that. It's too much. It's too much undertaking from me right now. But I'll offer them like, hey, you come in, I'll give you a free song. Come in and record 4 songs. I'll give you 1 free, and the rest of them you pay for. Or I'll do a deal like, I'll give you 4 songs. I'll give you 1 free, and the rest of them for $100. So you just pay me $300. We'll record, mix and master everything. Because I think the project is worth it, and I think I'm going to be excited to work with them, type thing. Especially bands that come in. A band comes in, I get excited when we're going to do drums and guitars. We're going to record all that and then mix it later. I use a console, and the console I do most of the mixing before it even hits whatever medium we're recording to. So also, I'm like talking with you, Adam. You're asking some good questions. Yeah, like I said, I try to give them a good deal, especially if I think it's worth my time to give them the good deal. If it's one of those things like, we want to record, we want to do a hip hop track, and we want you to just, we want you to write everything. Like, you want me to write all of your lyrics, all of your rhymes and stuff. That's going to cost you an extra, like, it's going to cost more because it's more work on me and things I don't want to deal with. But the music I listen to on my own time, I listen to a lot of like lo-fi beats. I like to listen to that when I'm like editing stuff. Well, I'm just doing mundane tasks, cleaning the studio. I'll put on stuff like that. Like the other day, I was cleaning the studio. I wanted to listen to my new speakers. I like some bluegrass. I like alternative rock, pop, punk from when I was in high school, like early 2000s, punk rock. Even further back, some grunge. But usually, if I'm just doing mundane tasks, I'm just going to push play. I got a lo-fi beats thing that just plays, and it's fun to listen to. Keep seeing I have a message here. I'll respond to this. Yes. Oops, that's not what I wanted. If anybody wants to check out our studio, our music that we've worked with, you can check us out at foxandrobynrec.com. It's in the description. But that's kind of what I listen to on a daily basis. Let's see, what was I listening to the other day? Let's go to music. YouTube, but I don't have a YouTube music. That's weird. I should. Let's see, Dead South I was listening to. What else? Let's see. It doesn't have like history. It has library. It just doesn't have like what I've been listening to. I don't know how he's doing. Okay. It's nice trying to go home and it just. Oh, here we go. Heard and oh, that's what's heard in shorts. I do like me some Wheatus. Teenage Dirtbag. Folk and acoustic music I like to listen to some from time to time. It just varies. kind of not really 8-bit music. It's just like it's like mellow music. Let's see if I got some. See if I can find it here. See if I can play some lo-fi beats. They're usually instrumental. Here's some lo-fi chill stuff. I hear dogs barking. They should shut up. I'll play a little bit here. I won't play too much because in case it's copyrighted, but so I'll just keep that there. I just play a little snippet. That's kind of what it's like. The best that I can put it. Yeah, it's just lo-fi beats, just like lo-fi type stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what I know. I like to listen to it. Kind of 8-bit, I guess, is kind of fun. Yeah, it says chill music. It's just something kind of relaxing. Almost like something you'd have it like your, massage therapist would have playing in the background. Turner asked, what music do? I do mostly rock. Is mostly what I do. Rock and alternative. Those are the two genres. Some Americana I can play. I'm a drummer, so that's kind of the music that I do. But usually it's some kind of rock or alternative rock, something like that. That I like to do, that I do. And actually, that's most of the bands I work with are kind of in that genre too, with the exception of some of the hip hop guys that you may have seen. I'm trying to post more about the artists that come to the studio lately, or artists that I work with. You may have seen some shorts on some of the live stuff that we've done, where those bands weren't necessarily, they were more kind of Americana, country-ish, aggressive, alternative Americana, I guess would be one of them. But that's kind of what I do in my own time. So, long time. I started in high school playing guitar, kind of drums and guitar, and then I kind of fell out of it. And then I've kind of coming back in pockets. So probably about as long as I've been doing the studio time, I've been doing some form of jamming, and that would be at least 15 or 16 plus years. So, but that's what we do. I love to play drums. I haven't done it in the last month or so because June I was gone half the month, doing stuff around. And this month I've been trying to catch up and keep up on everybody's stuff that I'm working on and stuff that I'm trying to get done for myself. I do need to record some of my own music. I need to start doing that. I need to re-mic the drums because I took some of the drum mics to a show, so I need to put them back together and. So it is, but yeah, I love jamming, and I try to jam with as many people as I can. I've had people come in and like, "Hey, you want to jam?" I'm like, "Absolutely." If you guys are ever, if there's a guitarist or anybody out there that wants to jam, hit me up and come into the studio and we'll jam. We'll play some tunes. Yeah, we'll keep pretty consistent, about four viewers. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm super grateful that you guys have. And if you're new and you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, I think we're almost to 1030, 1030, or 1029 right now. I don't expect to get that. I didn't expect to get to that at all this year. Like we have, let's see the live count. Yeah, we kind of plateaued a little bit in 2020. That's the last 28. I wanted to see lifetime. Yeah, there was a point where we did kind of plateau a little bit, and then we shot up the beginning of this year, but it just keeps going, which I am super. Well, we are at 30. Whoever hit that subscribe button, thank you, getting us to that 1030 mark. Super grateful for that. Super grateful for everybody who likes and subscribe. But thank you it was you, Adam. Thank you. We're based out of, I read that on the thing here. I'm going to make sure I read that right. Yeah, we're based out of, because Adam asks where we're based out of. We're based out of northern Colorado, to be specific, Loveland, Colorado. That's where we're based out of. I'm in a basement, actually. This is our basement of our house. So we are in a house. I live in the top floor, which is the main floor, the floor you walk into. And then I have the basement set up as a studio with the console and the speakers and everything that you'd ever need to record a song down here. It's all one room. People are like, well, I actually have thought about, I have a divider that I've thought about putting up between the drums in here, but it's not much of a divider. It would just be kind of an aesthetic thing. I like the one room. I like to be able to turn around and say, hey, you know, I'm gonna move my little cart here. You can see my trusty headphones hanging here. But yeah, I like it being one room. Really easy to work out of when it's one room. I am working on a second. It's a second room, kind of a second room. It's just expanding the space that way. That's all it is. Dogs are quiet. That's interesting. I kind of hear them move around out there, but they're quiet. But this is the time of the day where they kind of mellow out and take naps. But 1,030, we're super grateful for that. 39 in the last 28 days is what it says. We're getting there. We're growing. That's for sure. I don't know how much. Like people are like, well, how much you gonna keep growing? I'm like, I have no idea. We've done 12 subscribers this month. You know, last month we did. Oh man, we did a lot. We did 30 something, 38, but we also did 137 hours watch hours. This month we're sitting at 66 watch hours. So that's not bad. That's not a bad deal. Washington. Oh, that's cool. If you ever have tracks that you guys have recorded and you want them mixed, like you recorded a bunch of stuff in your rehearsal room, feel free to send them to us. We'll do you. I'll do a free mix on your. Now, when I say free mix, it's usually half a song. I'll send you the first half, and if you like it, then we talk about, okay, this is cool, fun. What about payment? Like, how much can you afford? What is your, what's your budget? We eventually talk that type of stuff. But yeah, I've always wanted. I had a garage I converted for a short while, and I say converted. All I really did was acoustically treat the garage. I painted it, acoustically treated it, and set up some gobos in front of the garage door, and that was it. That's all I really did. My current garage, I could do that. It's a big garage. It's a 3-car garage. I've thought about that, what it would look like if I were to take that garage, acoustically treat the whole garage, and I mean like I did in this room. It would be crazy. It would be insane. But that garage gets hot because we're north-facing garage. From this afternoon, it gets really hot. So I'd have to figure out like some kind of HVAC unit in there, which wouldn't be bad. I could get a big one, put it out there. I might still do that. I don't know. We'll see, because I'd have to insulate the garage door, and if I build gobos for out there, they'd be big gobos. Yeah, they'd be like, because it's a 12-foot ceiling in our garage. They'd have to be at least 9 foot, at least 9 feet gobos. But I could still do it. It wouldn't be a problem. Oh, that's great that you got a new guitar player. Yeah, send us tracks if you ever, hit us up for that. You can find us through our website or through here. You can email us through foxandrobynrec.com. You can find us on Instagram. That's where we are probably the most prominent to respond to, is the Instagram. I don't get a lot of people. I respond to people through our website all the time, and nobody ever responds back. But if I do it through Instagram, I at least get something. Like, I get at least 20% back. Sure, we'll publish that for now. Yeah, I try to do as much as I can. It says 49. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Safe bake, whatever. 51 sessions and 49. So yeah, we're getting some people looking at our website, which is what I want. We get some Russian folk, which is fine. People from Russia. But yeah, it's great that you got a new guitar player and that's working out for you. Hopefully he's working out for you. I know it's always hard to train a new bandmate, because you get songs that might be a little more complex, and depending on their skill level, imagine they're probably fairly skilled. Yeah, that's what I know. It's not a ton per se, about that. But yeah, keep us in mind. Follow us on Instagram, or you're subscribed here, so you can always find us here. We're never far away in that aspect. Wow, that's cool. I'd love to drop $8,000 on new gear. That'd be fantastic. I wonder what he got. $8,000. What would you buy $8,000 of equipment? Unless you bought a bunch of pedals. Because even if you did quad cortex is 2. You must have bought him a nice guitar, or a couple nice guitars. That's interesting. That really interests me quite a bit. There's the barking. I was waiting for it. So anyways, I think we may hop off here because I got some videos I got to work on here before I got to leave at noon to head to Denver. Nice orange half stack. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I can see that. An orange half stack's about $4,000. 4 or 5, depending on which one he got. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that being. I could see that. I would have. Signature guitars for me aren't always like. For me, it doesn't seem like they're all cracked up to be like. I can go buy that same Telly in the Brad Paisley model, but it's the same Telecaster. Nothing special. It just has a different look to it. Or I can go buy, PRS Signature Series. I'm like, that's great, but I can go buy the regular one that's not a Signature Series that is just as good. I don't know. I think the Signature stuff is more for like collectors. So I'm not a collector. I'd rather play it. Like all the gear that I use in here is not collector stuff. It's all stuff that I bought and used. The console is something that actually was a little bit of a nostalgia buy for myself, because it's a console I learned on. I learned on an Allen and Heath. So yeah, if it's the one, it's the one for you. But I feel like some of the collector stuff is for people who are the Signature stuff is for the people who are collecting things. I'm not one of those people. I'm just not. So I have I don't even have mics that are collector stuff. Everything I have in here is stuff that gets used to some extent or another. I'm trying to think if I had anything that would be considered collector. That picture. That's the only thing I could think of that would be a collector's issue thing. That's the only thing I could think of. Everything else gets used. Books, I guess it would technically be a collector's thing, but anyways, I kind of get off that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the whole Signature stuff, but it is what it is. They're cool. Everybody has their thing. If that's the guitar for you, that's the guitar for you. Drum, so on and so forth. Even my drum set is considered a collector's thing, but it gets used. It gets used on everything. I play it. People play it. Every band that comes in here, I give them the option of our kit, because one, it's tuned. It's got newer heads than probably what they've got on their kit, unless they've just replaced theirs. Because I try to use the newest heads we can get when we're recording, because that's gonna give us the best tone. Same with guitar strings. Sometimes I just can't get around it. But I was given the option, come and record. I'm like, okay, we're gonna blah blah. I'm like, well, you don't have to bring a drum kit. You can bring like the kick and snare and everything is good here, unless you want a specific thing. Um, Come in and use our drum kit and bring your snare and your cymbals. A lot of people like to bring their own cymbals, which is fine by me because I use a system called the no nut system, and it's a rubber stop that all the drums sit on. And it helps them not crack for one, because that center hole will eventually crack over time. Helps that from happening, or helps keep that from happening. And then it's easy to just pick them up and set. So it's literally like a 5-minute set up and tear down. But the drum kit we have, to answer your question there, Aaron, or Adam, sorry, Adam, our drum kit it's a Ludwig Epic kit, and this one was done for their 100th anniversary for 100 years of Ludwig. So it's got brass hoops, and it's got a, like, kind of, I would say it's a fade. I tell people this all the time, and I've had people give me some pushback on this, that there's not very many of them made in this color, and it's true. In this setup, the current set, I have found it in other setups where there's extra toms and stuff, but this is only a 4-piece kick, snare, and 2 toms, so it's only a 4-piece. I found it in 5 and 6-piece sets, but this particular set, I can't find it in that color, and I've looked and I've looked and I've looked and I've looked, to a point where I actually sent it to Ludwig, and they looked it up and they found it. They found it in their catalog. It took them a while because they have a large catalog. But anyways, it's an Epic kick. It's got brass hoops on everything. Everything's all brass hardware. It's a beautiful. The only thing that it didn't come with was the actual hardware for the cymbal stands, and those cymbal stands are all Tama. They're all just Tama cymbal stands, which are perfectly fine. I can't play bass, so I can't say you're stupid. I can't play bass. That's just what it is. But yeah, it's a nice kit. It sounds great. That's the important thing. Does it sound good? And I get good tones and stuff out of it all the time. And then I've got our bass, which is a Stingray. It's a Sterling Stingray bass. I like that bass. It's got coated strings on it, so it sounds a little more jazzy, a little more like an upright. Not quite upright, but it kind of gives a little bit of that sound because it's fretted. I like the coated strings because it doesn't hurt your fingers as much. It does give it a little bit softer sound, but you can still get, if you pluck it hard, you can get that nice bright attack that you want that you can get on some bass string attack. Cool. I don't know what this one is. I don't know what this Stingray is. Let me go quick, I suppose. It's a sub-series. It's a sub-series bass. So, I like it. Sounds good. Doesn't work for everything, but works for some stuff. And I have acoustic guitar as well that's in front of me. That's a Gretsch Jim Dandy. It's a little short scale. I love that guitar. Yeah, I've got a lot of instruments around here, but the drums, we do use them. They stay set up the most. And then I got a little Vox AC-15 that we run guitars through, if I can. If they don't bring their own amps. If they bring their own amps, then it's a little bit different. So there are times where we'll take and we'll run a split. And what I mean by split is we'll take, out of their guitar rig, we'll take a direct box and we'll plug the direct box. Sometimes we'll take 3 signals. We'll see. Sometimes, just depends on how I'm feeling. I'll take a direct box and I'll take a signal out of the direct box, and I'll take one out of the direct box. I'll have one go into the system here, because they're going into it. They're plugging into it, and I'll have it go out into their amp. Sometimes I will also take it and plug it into I haven't quite figured. I have a little. I've got a direct box that has 2 throughs on it that I'll use for this sometimes, and I'll come in and I'll go out the 2 other throughs into 2 other amps. I'm probably gonna get an ABY switch just to make it a little bit easier. ABY. So for that very reason, so I can go into our box, our AC-15 as well. It's their amp. And there are times where I hear their amp, and I'm like, your amp sucks. I say it in a nicer way. Swallowed wrong. Yeah, swallowed wrong there for a minute. Anyways, anywho, I'll take their amp. I'll listen to their amp. I'm like, your amp sounds like garbage. Let's use the AC-15. And sometimes I will say that it sounds like, it just depends on how much of a friend I am with that band. Sometimes I just know the bands that well because I've worked with them before. But the new ones, I'm just like, hey, that's not sounding as good. Let's try the AC-15 and see how it sounds. Okay, it sounds a little, if it sounds funky through the AC-15, because I know how it sounds, if it still sounds funky, we'll kind of backtrack into their amp, their pedal rig, and see what their settings are, or if they maybe just need new strings. We do offer new strings. If you are a band and you come in here and you're like, oh crap, we broke a string, we do offer strings. You can buy them. You can buy them from us. We usually charge about $5 to $6 a pack, or whatever it costs. Yeah, we do. We blend everything together. You're right, Adam. Because we have the console, so we only have 8 channels of conversion. Like, we only have 8 channels of apogee, but the console is 32. Yeah, 32. 32 channels of console mic pre's. So we'll take and I'll bounce, like, my kick drums I'll blend together, my snare drums I'll blend together, my overheads I'll blend together. Toms I won't. Well, depending on the song, but depending on if it's my drum kit or not, I'll blend them together as a channel, or I won't. Just depends. And then I'll take, like, if I have 2 bass guitar mics, which sometimes I do, I'll have like a direct out and a mic for the bass, and I'll blend those 2 together. Guitars, if I have like 2 or 3 mics, I'll blend them together in one track. So basically, I'm doing kind of the mix down everything to 8 channels, and then we're recording that. So yeah, normally the string is normally on the guys, but sometimes they get in here and they forgot to bring an extra pair of strings, or they got here, put on the new set to record, and then sometimes it happens, you just break a new string. I've done it myself with my electric. I've broken strings tight, like putting on a new set and tuning up, and they snapped. It's just it was a manufacturing defect or something on the string, and it just snapped. So it's more of in case of emergency type thing, like, oh crap, we don't have time to run a Guitar Center, because Guitar Center from here is at least a 20-minute drive. It's not super far, but it's a 20-minute drive to Guitar Center and then back. So you waste an hour, right there. It's just easier up, like, here's a set of strings, put them on, we'll get the drums tuned up and going, because we do try to track things live, like the band as a whole, like we get guitar, bass, electric, all that, keyboards, whatever it is, whatever instrument that we're doing. Vocals sometimes I'll track along with them depending on what we're doing. Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I have a channel for it and they can hear it, and then everything else is just that they just hear that. So generally it's on the musician to bring their own stuff, but sometimes stuff happens. I've had drummers bring in new heads, and then they're playing the song, they get excited and they snap a head. They didn't expect to break that head, so I have extra heads for that too, and those are also $5. You want to buy, actually depends on the head. Snares I usually do $5 to $10 depending on what it is. Depending on what I have in stock. If I have something that's super nice, I'll charge a little bit more. Like, I put all the nice stuff on mine, but I have some that I have a set that I accidentally ordered, and they're clear. I don't like clear. I'd rather have coated heads. So I think I have talked long enough. It's about an hour, and that's about what our streams are. I'm super grateful for everybody who has liked, watched, subscribed, done all of that stuff. Super happy that you guys have, and I've had a great time talking with you all. My coffee is empty, and I got a video I need to work on here before I leave for Denver. So thanks for watching, and you know what? We'll see you all at a later date. And if I miss you, good morning, good evening, and good night.